So now I'd like to, okay, just as I was about to welcome Goreti, Cynthia amesema siachwe nyuma. She also had beef samosa, I think with tea or coffee, must have been with something. I don't know if they were together with Grace, but that's nice. Thank you, Cynthia. So, sugarless coffee, okay, wow. You all are the healthy people. That's nice. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Now, I'd like to welcome Ms. Goreti, who is the wonderful, beautiful representative from EAFF, to just welcome all the attendees to this training for this week before we start. So, Goreti, karibu sana.
I like the flattery. Okay, thank you so much for coming for this meeting again. Thank you for hosting us for this training. I am sure that you learned from the previous training, even the ones that we shared on the WhatsApp groups. So I hope you got a wealth of knowledge, and today is the sequel of what we learned before. So we are going to learn new things. And if you didn't attend the first training, just go to WhatsApp and you get the link that will take you to the small recording that we did for the last training. So as you know, I'm from Eastern Africa Farmers Federation, and I'd like to welcome you for this training. And on behalf of the CEO, he's very impressed of the different transactions that are happening on the groups and the communication and the knowledge that is being shared. So he says, keep it up and let us grow our businesses as we continue to contribute to the food security agenda within the region. So karibuni sana for the training, and welcome for the Rwandese. How do you say welcome? I can't remember, but I know in French, bienvenue. So welcome so much, and let's have a healthy and interactive session like we did last time. If your friends have not joined, kindly just share with them the link so that they can be able to join us as we continue with this training. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Goreti. And once again to everybody, thank you so much for joining us. So just before we kick into the training, like we said, we really want to try and keep time so that by 12 we are done. We know you're busy, you have to go and take care of your business. So we shall try to cover as much as possible, but within the time that you requested, which is that we end by 12. So I'd just like to start with a few housekeeping rules. One is if you have any questions, just like we said last time, please use the question and answer tab to put your questions. I encourage as many of you as possible to ask any questions that you may have even as we go through the training. Today I'll try and much as possible to check some of your Facebook pages and see how we can learn from those as well. And we'll also have another Facebook page for some farmers which is also doing pretty well for us to see also what they're doing right. So feel free to put your questions there. And also, in case you have any comments, or in case you have any feedback that you'd like to give us, also the chat box is open for that. Now, a very important thing, at the end of the session, we'll share a link with the evaluation and the feedback form. We request you to kindly just it will take you about 5 minutes to fill it. It's really important that we get your feedback on how these trainings are so far. what we can work on, what we can improve on, what we can add. So we kindly ask before you exit, just that you may click on the link and fill in the evaluation form. That way we can get to hear more about you and what you've gotten from the training and how you'd like us to improve. So that said, I'll just go straight to the first slide. You let me know if you can see my screen. I hope you can all see my screen. So today we are going to cover 4 topics as well. So the first one we're going to cover is how to build your online presence with Facebook. And here we are going to see how to create a Facebook page for those of you who don't have. But last week, about 50% of you didn't have the Facebook page and Instagram and the like. So we are going to cover that. Secondly, okay, just give me a minute. I handle something small here so that you can see me well and you can see the... Okay, I hope it's clear now to everybody. So, so we are going to cover how to build your online presence with Facebook. That's the first topic we're going to cover. Secondly, we are going to talk about how to create Facebook ads specifically. Yes, last week we learned about just how to market ourselves on Facebook. Now, how do we grow that? And ads are going to help with that. Then we are also going to talk about how to build an effective advertising strategy. That is also another thing that we are going to talk about. And then finally, we are going to talk about how to find new customers using Instagram, how to find new customers using Instagram. So I'm going to start as usual by introducing myself. Like I mentioned last time, my name is Doris Mutungi, and I'm a lead trainer here at Wild International. And as I mentioned last week, I also have a business online. So for me, this is not just a training. I'm not just here to train you. I'm here to share my own journey, my own experience with running a business online and how it has helped me grow, how it has helped me basically just grow, both Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook. So let's just dive in on the agenda of the first presentation that we have today. So the first one is we're going to talk about how to create a Facebook business page. And then secondly, we are going to talk about how to build our Facebook online presence. Thirdly, we are going to talk about how to communicate with our customers. Some of this we had started mentioning last week, so they are not going to be very new to you. And finally, we are going to talk about how to manage and measure your page. So, as we all know, Facebook gives us all the ability to reach people where they spend time. And that is 1, in store or in shops and all that. 2 is on their desktop. And 3 is on their mobile phone. And I think for all of us here, we spend most of our times on our mobile phones. As soon as we wake up, the first thing you want to take your phone and have a look, you know, what's going on Facebook, on WhatsApp, anyone who's texted you. Before you sleep, if you're not disciplined, that's the last thing that you do. It's not a very good habit, but most of us find ourselves just always on the phone. So most people spend their time here. As we also mentioned last week, there are 1.6 billion people on Facebook who are connected to small businesses. So that shows how it's such a great platform for small businesses or people who have small businesses like all of us. Again, we also mentioned that 2/3 of Facebook users across all countries surveyed that they visit the page of a local business at least once a week. For instance, this means Last week we had someone who, I think it was Lavine, who has a mushroom farm. So for someone who's interested, someone who really likes mushroom, you'd find that they would visit either your page or any other page that sell or talk about mushrooms at least once a week. Also mentioned that 8 billion messages are sent between people and businesses every single month. So this could be in form of inquiries, this could be in form of they want to learn more about what you do. All that messages are sent every month between people and businesses. Now, let's just dive into how do you create a Facebook page. As I mentioned, I decided to briefly talk about this for those people who don't have a Facebook page and they wonder, where do you start? How do you create a Facebook page? So the first thing that we mentioned last time, there's a difference between a profile, a personal profile, and a Facebook page. A personal profile is more for your own personal information, connecting with your friends, connecting with your former schoolmates, sharing your personal photos, and all that. But a page is a more business platform. So where you just get to share about what you do, you get to share about what products that you have or that you're selling. So a page is more or less of a business profile. And for the personal profile, it's just for your own personal information. So how do you build your Facebook? How do you build your business page with Facebook? So the first thing, as we mentioned, it's how when you have a profile and you want to create a page, you go to manage pages. So there's that drop down arrow, as you can see there. Then it will take you to manage pages. And then you will choose create a page. So again, I'm saying this, we're just taking through people who do not have a page and how to go about it. So you choose create a page. Then you need to choose whether you want to create a business or a brand, or if it's something to do with community or a public figure or an influencer. So for us, for most of us, what is relevant to you is business or brand. So that is what you choose. And then you'll need to put in your name, the name of your business. Then you choose your category. Are you in farming? Are you in hospitality like myself? Are you in training? Are you in all that? You just choose your category. For instance, here there's a boutique. So the name is Jasper's Boutique. The category is shopping and retail. And then now you put your address, where are you, and your phone number. It's optional, but if you want to get orders online, then it's more or less mandatory, because people want to know how they can reach you and how they can reach you fast. So you put in all those details. Now, also very important for you to do is to add a profile picture. And for a Facebook page, it's recommended that you put in your logo as your profile picture. That way when people come, it can be very clear that this is this kind of business. Like last time we had John, I don't know if John is here, and John had a poultry farm. I think it was called John's Poultry. So if you have a logo for John's Poultry, that is where it should come in. Then secondly, you add a cover photo. This is also very important. So for the cover photo, focus on a photo that displays what you do, so that immediately someone lands on your page, they'll see, okay, so she deals with mushroom. Why? Because you have photos of mushrooms. Or she deals with poultry. That's why she has eggs, photos of eggs. If you're in horticulture, have photos of tomato, vegetables, basically. That way it's very clear from the word go that this is what you deal with. So as I've mentioned, the profile photo should have the logo. Then the cover photo should have a photo of basically what you do. If you're in dairy, you want to have photos of maybe milk and yogurt and butter and all those products that you have. That way it's very clear when someone lands on your page that this is what you do. Then pages Pages with profile pictures and cover photos tend to get more likes and visits. That's very true, because as I've said, when someone lands to your page, it's clear, oh, this is what this person does. Plus also there's some sort of professionalism when someone just doesn't find like a blank cover photo and a blank profile photo. So it's highly recommended that you have those. And as it's clear, that's the profile picture and the cover photo. So we've just gone through now how you create your page and what is required. So how do you build your presence? You have your page, you've already put your profile picture that has your logo, you have your cover photo that is displaying what you do. So how do you build your online presence on the page? Your customers, your target customers, there's some information that they will need to know right away when they come to your page. One is the address. Where are you located? They need to know that. Do you have a website? If you do, put the link there as well, because there are some things that may be on your website, but that are not on your Facebook page. So put the website that can link that can lead them to the website. You'll need to also put your phone number. Put your phone number as well. So that one is for them to reach you or to know how they can reach you. And then you will also need to say, what is your business more or less about? So for this one, it's about clothing. It's a brand about clothing, you know, it's a boutique. So let also someone know, generally, what do you deal with? Jasper's Boutique, they deal with clothing. Maybe John's Poultry, they deal with poultry products. There was Aqua Hub, from Mary Mushai. I don't know if Mary is here. They deal with irrigation solutions. So let it be also among the information about you. Then I know there was also James Courier. James, I don't know if you're here as well. James has also an irrigation system a company. So on the About Us information, write what do you deal with? And of course, indicate the time. Are you available from like here 9 to 5? Are you available throughout? And if you're available, if you click and say you're available throughout, then ensure that people can reach you throughout, because that's what you've indicated. So if someone calls at midnight, they expect to find you because that's the timing you've indicated. But if you don't want maybe business calls past 5 p.m., then indicate you work from 9 to 5 p.m. So that's the information that you should put. And then on the, I'll just skip that. And we go to call to action buttons. We talked about this last time, so I'm just going to skim through them. We said these are very, very important because they'll give your clients, you'll make them know what exactly you want them to do. So like I said, if it's hospitality, what I do, book now is a good call to action button to have. If you have an online shop, if you're selling your products there, if you're selling your horticulture products there or your irrigation system products there, then shop now would be a good call to action to have. If you want people to call you before they can make any order, call now is a good call to action button to have. And there are more: get directions, message, sign up, learn more. We spoke about this last time. So now it's very important to assign page roles. If you're the owner of this page, then you are what is called the admin of the page. You're the one who controls everything about the page, but you may want to have other people who are assisting you manage this page. So you'll need to have like other, let's call them administrators of this page. So how do you add those people? This is a very important part. You go to settings, you're able to see settings on your page. So you click to settings, and then it will bring this drop-down information of everything that is on settings. So you choose page roles. When you go to page roles, then it will give you an option to assign a new page role. Now, as the owner of the business, it's important that you are the sole admin, because an admin has all the rights of the page. And then everyone else who comes in can either be an editor, an analyst, an advertiser. So ensure, unless you really trust someone, you don't give out the admin role to anybody else. This is how pages are hacked, because you may assign someone to be an admin, and then say maybe they'll go to a cyber and work on your page, and they forgot to sign out, for instance. Then someone else comes and finds there's this page, and I actually have access to being an admin. So what happens? They add themselves, because an admin is the only one who can give a role to somebody. So they can even make themselves, and remember, this is like a hacker. So they can make themselves admins and remove all of you, including yourself as the owner of the page. And that's how they take up, that's how they hack and take up these pages. So unless very necessary, it's important to only have one admin, which is you, and then everyone else can either be an editor. Those ones have limited rights. So you can be an editor, a moderator, advertiser, analyst, or a job manager. Now, the second thing to build your presence online is to invite as many people as possible to like your page. You start with your friends. If you have 2,000 friends and your Facebook page has 100 likes, it means you've not done some work. It means you've not invited all of them. So start by first inviting all your friends to like your page, and that will be on the top part. There's an option to like, follow, or share. Once you click that and the top 3 buttons on the top, you click invite friends, and then you can now choose who do you want to invite. Now, how do you communicate with your customers? Remember, you started by creating your page, you've put your profile picture, you've put your cover photo, you even started putting some posts. Then you've gone ahead to assign roles, the different roles for different people. Then the third thing, you've gone to invite as many people as possible. Do not be ashamed of your business. Invite as many people as possible to like your page. So once you have, say, 1,000 likes, which is not easy to get, but if you're diligent enough, it's a good place to start. So say you have 1,000 likes. These are people who follow your business. Now you need to start communicating to them. So how do you communicate with them? One, creating content. You can create content by posting just a normal text. So like Jasper Boutique here, stop by the store today and get a 10% discount if you show us this post. Happy posting. So it can be a simple text. It can also be a video post where you put a video of what you do. As I mentioned last time, you don't want your page to just be about you selling products. You want to be creative. So if you have irrigation system that you're selling, have a video to show how exactly this irrigation system works. You know, that is informational. That is an informational post, and a video is very good for that. And then, of course, the most common is photos. It's easy to just upload photos and get good photos for that. So that's the first thing you do. Create content for your page. And as we said, make it consistent. Then have conversations with your customers on Messenger. So I don't know if you can identify the call to action button here. If you were in a class setup, that is something I would have asked to know, but you can also include it in the chat box. But because you have to go forward, the call to action button for Jasper's Boutique is send message. It's clearly highlighted there. So have conversations with your customers on Messenger. So again, this is a bit of what we spoke last time. So someone will ask for more information about you. They want to ask more about the products that you're selling. Make sure you respond to them promptly, and then and give them all the information they want. So I'm just going to skip through this. And then we go straight to the Facebook Live video. This is also becoming very common Facebook Live. So if you're doing something, say you, again, I'll refer to John, who has poultry, and you're feeding the chicken. Just take a live video of you doing that and share with
My name's Whitney Hansen. I'm the creator of this group, and I'm a money coach myself.
That's
So I have been
short
living
example of
and
a
breathing
video. I
this
don't know
stuff
if
for
you can
about the
hear it on
past
your
5
end,
years because I think
but
money.
basically it shows you how to explain to your clients what you do in a video form. So managing and measuring your page. This we also spoke about last time, the different insights that you will check to see how is your page doing. Last week you had 1,000 likes. How are you now? Where are you at now? What are the actions that people are taking on your page? Like you can see, how many people have come to view, if you have a video, how many people have come to view the video you've posted? How many people has your post reached? That's all on the insights. We also talked about people. You want to know the people which people are more interested in what you're doing. Are they more of men or are they more of women? And it's very important to check these insights, because once you start targeting, especially the ads, which we are going to talk about, then you will know who to target. In this case, only 20% of the women were interested. So that shows you should target more of the men. And then where are these people from, and what's their age group? So in this case, the top age group was between 25 and 34. When do they most engage with you? For this case, it was from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Wednesday. So it's very important. Most people ignore insights. They think the only thing to do with your page is just post and keep on posting and keep on posting and building your likes. But you can do a very counterproductive work if you don't check your insights to see how exactly is it performing. Remember last week we spoke about testing and iterating, so you'll check, okay, this time I targeted between 40 and 50. Let me target between 25 and 34. Then you realize the age between 25 and 34 works better or responds better. So it's always good to check your insights. Demographics, we also spoke about this. That's about the age, which people are more interested in what you're doing. And then, of course, we've spoken about the time and the day of the week that they interact best with you. Now, Facebook has the Facebook Pages Manager app. I recommend that. I think now it's been changed to Business Suite. So as you're starting, this app enables you to do all these things in one place. It will help you see how many people respond to you. Like for here, it's given you a summary that 40%, there's a response rate of 40%. And these are the number of people that have liked your page, that have responded to your post. This is also where you can answer the questions. Or any information that is coming to your message from your clients. So it's an app that is highly recommended. You can get all the information on Page Insights still on the app. And then, as we are almost coming to the end of this, first presentation, the key takeaways is, as we've said, it's important to have a Facebook page. If you have a business, it's important to have an online presence, and a Facebook page is a good place to start. So we've gone through the process of creating a Facebook page. Then how do you build? It's almost useless to have a Facebook page that does not have a strong online presence. So how do you build your online presence now on Facebook? We've said invite as many people as possible to like your page, and then have content that is engaging to them, communicating with your customers. You can use text, you can use posts, you can use videos. Be innovative and be creative. And then finally, you manage and measure your page. That is in the insights. Check how people are responding. Check which people should you target more, based on the insights. So yeah, that's very important. So those are the key takeaways for the first presentation. as we mentioned, that you can get all this information from facebook.com/blueprint, more detailed information about that. So that brings us to the end of the first slide. It was a very simple, basic one of how to create a page for those especially who don't have. And I planned also to just share some few pages of some of you, so that we have a look at them and see what are you doing right and what could you improve on. So allow me to share that. So I don't know if James Courier is here because he has a Facebook business page called Unidrip Irrigation System. I was pretty impressed by the page. I hope you can see it on your end and you can see it well. So this is a Unidrip Irrigation System, their Facebook page. The things he's done right. Number one, if you can see the profile picture, it has his logo or the logo of the company. And then that's what we had mentioned. If you look at his cover photo now has a photo of what they do. You know, you can see the irrigation system, and I think that's greenhouses and all that. So that also communicates. Once you land to the page, you'll know, okay, this is what this is about. If you go to about what they do, it's very clear. He says, we offer modern agriculture solutions that includes irrigation, agronomy, pond, and greenhouse construction. Very clear from the word go what they do. There's a phone number, as you can see, of how people can reach them. And there's an email address as well for those who want to reach them via email, and one word to show what it's all about, and he chose to use agriculture. If you notice again, he's also chosen a call to action button, which is WhatsApp. So it means for him, he wants people to directly reach him on WhatsApp. So that's a very clear call to action button. I hope you can see it, which is WhatsApp. The last post that he did, which was February 3rd, was basically on how to use vertical spaces to grow many crops or plants. I like the introduction of that post because it's like it's solving a problem. You know, he's not just saying this is what you do, buy from us. No, he's saying if you have this problem of how you can use vertical space to grow your crops, then we are here to help you. You know, he says worry no more, because we think this thing may worry you. Worry no more, we are here to help. Call us so that we can give you more information. And of course, he has attached the photos. And then he also, the post before that, he talked about the irrigation systems they have and all that. So I think from one of you, this is pretty impressive. If you also notice that this page has almost 8,000 people following it, 8,000 likes. This is also pretty impressive. I think they have put in a lot of work. Maybe he'll tell us whether they have had to sponsor their page to get to this number of likes, but it's pretty active. Maybe what can be improved on is today is it 20-something, 24th of February. And the last post was on February 3rd. So you remember we spoke about consistency. It's not so bad. This is about 2 weeks since his last post, but it could be better. You don't only have to post about what you do. You can post fun things, funny things, informational posts. So I'd say at least 2 to 3 posts in a week, depending on what you do. There are those who need to post daily, but for him, 2 to 3 posts in a week is highly recommended. So that is something that he would improve on. But I think for what he's done with this page, or what they have done with this company's page, it's brilliant and it's awesome. And it's a few things that we can pick from that. So, I hope you've gotten to see a bit of what we've been talking about on that page. And Remember, if you have any questions, you can put them on the question and answer tab. So we will go to our second presentation before we go on break. And this is going to be on this is going to be on how to build an effective advertising strategy. So how to build an effective advertising strategy. So with this first, I'll want to start with a poll. I'd like to start with a poll. We've spoken about call to action buttons. We've spoken about you can either have a shop now or messages on WhatsApp, book now, call now, learn more. So let me know which call to action button do you think would work best for your Facebook business page. So you can just vote and say of the ones that are there, which one do you think would work best for your Facebook business page? So just vote, choose your answer, and then you can submit. So I have so far one person saying WhatsApp would work best with their Facebook business page. That's nice because it takes people directly to your WhatsApp account. Let's have some more people vote. Which call to action button do you think would work best for your Facebook business page? So WhatsApp seems to be very popular. Most people are choosing WhatsApp, very interesting. It would be interesting to know why. But yeah, actually almost all of you are choosing WhatsApp. Message, some of you saying call now. You may want to give more information and learn now. Okay, I hope you can hear me well, and I hope my internet is okay. So let me give one more person time, to one or two more people to tell us which call to action button do you think would work best for your Facebook business page. Most of you choose WhatsApp. Okay, almost 100%. Okay, I hope you can hear me well. In case you can't, let me know in the chat box. Let me know on the chat box. Sorry about that. Okay, so we move on to how do you build an effective advertising strategy, online advertising strategy. As I mentioned, my name is Doris Kavuli Mutungi. So the first agenda we are going to talk about is defining your business goal and your target audience. We're having a bit of a challenge with the internet. So let's start this again. Okay. So how do you defining your business goal and your target audience? That's the first agenda. Then for the second agenda is understanding your customer's journey. We're also going to talk that, understanding your customer's journey. Then third, how to set advertising objectives on Facebook. And finally, how to create an ad on Facebook, an advertisement on Facebook. That was second last. Finally, how do you measure success of ads that you have created on Facebook? So the first is defining your business goals. It's very important that you set the goal of what exactly you want your business to achieve and what exactly you want the advertisement that you're doing for your business to achieve. Now, as we all know, that goals need to be SMART. The acronym there is SMART. And SMART are standing for specific, so that it's not ambiguous. It needs to be very clear. What's your specific goal? They need to be measurable. We'll talk more about this. They need to be achievable. Again, don't be over ambitious. They need to be relevant and they need to be time bound. So an example here for a nutrition company, their goal is to get people interested in health and nutrition coaching to sign up for the full coaching package and achieve $100K in revenue in Q4 of 2018. As you see, this goal covers all the SMART aspects of a goal. It's very specific, getting people who are interested in health. So they're not just targeting everybody, they're targeting people who are interested in health and nutrition. And then what do they want them to do? They want them to sign up. What do they want them to sign up for? For the full coaching package. Achievable. What do they want to achieve? $100,000 by when? By the fourth quarter of 2018. So this is an example. You can craft it in your own way. For instance, if you deal with organic farming, then you'd want to say, get people who are interested in health and organic foods, you know, to purchase our organic products, and you want by the end of the year to have made sales worth $500,000 or 1 million. So have the goals to be as specific as possible: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So as is known, goals will vary by businesses. The goals for restaurants, architecture firm, online jewelry, your farming business, they'll vary and they'll be different. So for a restaurant, they would want to increase the number of dinner guests on weekdays to 100 per night during the month of December. Again, notice how smart those goals are. Architecture firm, they'd want to generate 20 qualified leads. How? Through email addresses and phone numbers for over 50K worth of projects. When? By the coming year. For the online jewelry, increase the number of website visitors to 5,000 a month by November. So if you notice, all those goals are very, very specific. So the first thing, as you create your advertising plan, you need to know what is your goal. The second thing, you also need to define your target audience. It needs to be very clear. Are you targeting women? Are you targeting men? Are you targeting both? Are you targeting people only interested in healthy stuff, or just generally everybody? You can choose to reach as many people as possible, or you can narrow to only specific people. For instance, if you're just selling normal poultry products, then that one is open to everybody. But if, say, you're selling kienyeji eggs, there are people who would say, that's too expensive. Why do I need to buy maybe one egg for 20 bob, yet I can buy the normal egg for 12 or 13 shillings. So you'll need to know, how do you target the people who are health conscious? And people who are health conscious. So the next thing, define your target audience. And for this, you need to know what does my typical customer have? You need to ask yourself, what does my typical customer look like? Male or female? What's their income? What's their age? what motivates my typical customer? Do they buy based on the cost? Maybe they just want what is as cheap as possible, or are they health conscious? So what motivates my typical customer? So that's just what you mentioned. What does my typical customer look like? What are their demographics and what are their interests? What motivates them? And what would move them to try out my product or service? So as you mentioned, target audiences, they vary by business. So you should know who exactly to target for you. For restaurants, they would need socializing over good food. Like if you know the people who would go, most people who go to Java now, they go there not necessarily to eat, but to have meetings. And because it offers that sort of ambience, then you need to know their demographic. How old are they? Where do they live? Do they have kids or not? What's their income? What do they eat? Like that. Architecture firm, the same. What need do they have? It is to remodel house. So it's always good to know the need of your customers so that you don't just sort of force a product on them. Get to know what exactly is their need. That way you know how to meet it well. And then their demographics, as we've said, is their ages, how much do they earn, have they gone to college or not, like that. Then online jewelry, these are all just examples. What are their needs, and also, again, what are their demographics? Then it's important that you create an advertising plan. And for that, you need to understand your customer journey and the marketing funnel. Now, the marketing funnel has three levels. The first level is awareness. Awareness is basically your main goal is you want people to know about your business. You want people to know about what you do. You want just to grow awareness. Then consideration is whereby you want people to ask for more information. So someone has known there's a poultry farm, or someone has known there's an horticulture company, or someone has known there's Unidrip irrigation system. So you want them to ask questions. What do you deal with? What products do you have? That's consideration. Conversion is what we all aim for, but it takes time. Conversion is where people come and buy. Before someone can come and buy your product, you'll need to have done some work. You'll need to have made them aware of what you do. That's why when you first create a Facebook page, initially, people won't come and buy your products immediately. But they'll come and get to see, okay, what do you do? What are the products you have? Are you solving the problem or the need that I have? After all that, then they can come and convert and get to buy from you. So that's what the funnel is about. It's important to have advertising objectives when you create ads on Facebook. So it's important to know what exactly do you want to achieve. What exactly do you want to achieve? And how you do that is on the promote icon, it will give you different options. Do you want to boost your posts? Do you want to promote your call to action? Do you want to promote your page? Do you want to get more leads? For instance, if you've just created a page, you may first start by inviting all your friends to like the page. So say you have 1,000 friends, and about how many? About 800 have liked, and you're not seeing many more of your friends, more of your friends liking the page. Then you may want to promote it so that other people who are not your friends may like your page. So what you choose there is how do you promote your page, If you have a post that is selling something, you may want to boost that post so that more people can get to learn about it. So objectives, again, fall under those three levels. You can have an objective to create awareness for your product or your page, consideration, or to make people convert, to make people buy your products. So as is mentioned, the awareness objective is, you use this objective if your goal is to get more likes on your Facebook page. And then to do that, you can promote your business locally. For the consideration, you use that objective. If your goal is to get additional engagement, you want to get more likes, you want to get more shares, you want to get more comments. And for that, you can boost your posts. Then you can also use that if you have a website and you want to direct people to go to the website. If you want to generate leads, if you want people to come and ask more about what you do, then it's also a good goal to use. Then finally, of conversion, as we've said, this is if you want people to purchase your product online. So if you want people to purchase, this is the objective that you will choose. Again, we are saying when you're creating your ad, it will ask you, what is your objective? So if you don't choose the right objective, then you won't get the right results. You will not get the right results. So just skip through that. We've spoken a lot about selecting the right objective. Again, we'll just go through these examples. For a restaurant, they may want to promote their business locally and get as many people as possible to visit their restaurant. If you have an architecture firm, what you may want is to get more leads. And if you have an online jewelry store, you may want to, and you have a website where you sell your products there, then you may want to send more people to your website. So let's now talk about how to create your advertising plan and how to create your ads on Facebook. So one, you need to have the right message for your target. It's clear to know who is your target and have the right message to them. Then always refer back to what's their need. What do these people need and how can I provide a solution to their need? And then reflect on what motivates your audience and sort of tailor your ads on that, based on that. So in this case, if you notice the message there is good times call for delicious food. Join us for Taco Tuesday and get a free dessert. So one, this is targeting people who like to have good times, okay? And two, again, a discount would also attract them. That's why there's that option of getting a free dessert. Demographics, we've talked about it as well. Make sure you choose the right location. What are their interests? What do they like to do? All that should be very clear. So how do you measure the success of your ads on Facebook? So you've put ads on Facebook. How do you measure success? So say you've promoted and you've chosen a goal for your ads. So you go to the manage bit to see how they have been performing. So when you choose the manage icon, it will let you know this advertisement that you spent $29 on, how did it perform? How many people did it reach? Now, again, just to emphasize, for ads, there's a budget you pay, there's some money that you pay. So you want to be very keen how it's performing, okay? So in this case, it reached almost 4,000 people. And of the 4,000 people, 4 conversations started. You know, I hope you can see that messaging conversion started, 4 of them started, and it led to this and to that. So that is important to know. When you check the view results, it even gives you more information of how it's performed, how many people it's reached, how many clicks have people done. And then who did it reach? Both male and female, aged between 20 to 65. How much did you spend? All that information is on the view detailed results. And then if you're interested in clicks per day, how many people clicked, it is also going to give you all that information. If you're interested to know how many people responded more in terms of gender, is it men or women? It lets you know all that information as well. What ages responded more, all that information is there. Which location had more people responding? Was it Australia, Kenya, Brazil? For international companies, it lets you know that as well. So now you may have different metrics based on your objective. So it may be that you got more visitors, or you promote your message button so that more people message you. You get more people visiting your website and making purchases. You got more people choosing to learn more about you, about your company. You get more leads from that advertisement. You get more people downloading your app from that advert as well, and promoting your business locally, promoting your page, boosting an event. All those can be the success metrics that you get. So key takeaways from this second presentation as we come to the close, so that you go for a short break. One, it's very important that your business goals are SMART. Again, we said SMART is specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, they are realistic, and they have a time frame to them. So as you define your business goals, have that in mind. Then use what you know about your customers to craft the right advertisement. Then choose an ad objective that matches your business goal. It's important, because if you don't choose an objective, you'll get different results. And remember, here you've spent money. You have spent money to make these adverts. So you don't want for your money to just go like that. You want to get the results that you want. So choose the right objective so that you can get the right results. Finally, you can go to Ad Center in web or promote button in mobile to see your ad results. You want to know how has your ad performed? How has it performed? Which people have responded more to it? How many purchases have been done? So it's important to know that. Again, as we mentioned, you can get to know all that from facebook.com/blueprint. And so with that, we come to the end of our second, just taking us to our break. There's one question that we can check. So Kennedy says they'd like the document after this presentation. So Kennedy, the documents are not shareable, but as you've said, there's that link that can be shared on the chat. If you check your chat, there's a link that will be sent whereby you can get all that information and even more about creating your ads, creating your Facebook page, and all that. So just before we go for the break, I'd like to remind you about the evaluation form that will be shared. It's very important that we get to hear your feedback. We get to get more information about that. So the evaluation form will be sent just at the end of this training, and we request all of you to fill and let us know your feedback. So thank you, guys. We are going to go now on a 5 minutes break, and hopefully in that break, we'll also try to fix the internet. I know it was a bit shaky. And then after that, we are going to be back. So take the bathroom break, take the water break, and then we'll see you in about 5 minutes time. Ciao. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Hope you've had a good short break and you're feeling better to take on the last two sessions. Again, apologies for the internet that is misbehaving a bit, but we are really working on it from our end. But I hope for now you can hear me. You can hear me clearly, and you can also see me well. So I'll just share a screen of our Facebook page that I think is pretty doing well, and let's see what we can learn from them. So it's called Nairobi Farmers Market. And I chose this because I believe it's similar to almost what all of us are doing here with regards to agribusiness. So their focus is basically they sell farm produce, all kinds. Again, as we can note, just what Unidrip Irrigation had done. If you check their profile picture, what they have put there is their logo, something always very important to remember. For the profile picture, it's the logo. For the cover photo, they have, I think they could have done better there, because if you see the profile picture and the cover photo, it's saying the same thing. It's focusing on the name and basically their logo, but it also have like the location, because that is like a part of their store of what they do. If you look at their call to action, I hope you can see it clearly. It's a send message. That is their call. That's the call to action that they have chosen, meaning they want people to directly message them if they want to make orders. I think what I would suggest there would have been maybe shop now, or that way people can just buy directly, but for them they have chosen to have send message as the call to action button. If you look at their about section, you'll notice they have indicated where they are located. Then they have mentioned what it's all about. So it says that Nairobi Farmers Market was set up to bring farmers and shoppers together. So for the people who do the farming and the ones who buy from them, the idea is to cut out the broker and empower both the farmer and the buyer to get the best deals possible. And this includes the right for the buyers to know where and how their food was grown. So I think this is a challenge that maybe all of you as farmers can attest about the brokers who would come and want to buy at a very low cost and go elsewhere and sell it at an exorbitant price. So this, if you notice now, they share the problem that is there and how they are trying to provide a solution to it. They have indicated their website there, also important. They have indicated their number, if you can see. They have indicated their email address, how to reach them. They have indicated the times that they are open, that is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they have indicated in 2 words what they deal with, which is farmers market. So it's very clear for you to know what they deal with. If you also notice, they're not doing so bad. They have almost 4,000 followers. And if I'm not wrong, this is a fairly new page. So they have also put in a lot of effort to get followers and people to like. Now, if we are to go through their, posts a bit, one impressive thing to note is their last post was 21 hours ago, which is less than a day ago. That shows that they try to be very consistent and frequent in their posts. If you also notice the photos they have used, they're very expressive of what exactly they're dealing with. Same thing, about 2 days ago, they had another post. Now, this is what I was talking about. If you look at their posts, they don't just directly come to sell, this is what we have and this is what we are selling. They educate their clients. You know, the focus of this their business, they want to reach people who are health conscious. So what they'll do, they'll tell you about like this product called coyotes or chayotes. They're saying it's from this kind of family. How can you cook it? They are explaining it to you. What can you use it for? And then they even sort of educate you on the benefits of using that product. So after all that is when they come and tell you, now you can get this product at our shop. That's something very important to note. Even as you work on your Facebook page, don't just focus on first being very quick to sell your product. Give more information about it, give more details about it. If you go a little down, it's the same thing that you will see. Then they are sharing, this is like a YouTube video that people can go to about basically what they do. So for those who want to watch videos, then that, you know, would be information that would be important to them. Then if you go down, there's actually a video of their outlet, a video of their shop and what's there. So if you notice, they have a really good mix of the content. They have photos, they have videos, they have articles, they have all that. So I would recommend and advise you to go and look more at this page. Basically deals with most of what you do, and it's most of what most of you do. So I think it's going to be a good page to learn from. So I'm just going to stop there, but I advise you to go back and check more about it. So with that said, we'll just go dive into our third presentation for the day, which is learning how to create Facebook ads. How to create Facebook ads. As we've said, when you start with your Facebook page, initially you may not need ads that you have to pay for. You may not even have that budget. But as you continue to grow, then you will need to create ads and maybe even pay something for them, to be able to reach a wider audience, to be able to get more clients, to be able to get more people interested. It's sort of like a growth strategy for your business. It's the same way you can start a business and then you have a budget to market your products, you see. So now we're going to talk about how do you create these Facebook ads. For the agenda of the day, one is to how do you grow awareness for your business? How do you make more people get to know more about your business? Second, how do you choose the right page promotion? Thirdly, how do you create and manage page promotions? You're going to talk about that. And fourthly, how do you measure and optimize your words, your advertisements? So how to reach more people. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about. One, like we mentioned in the previous one, have a clear business goal. What's the reason that you're running this ad? Let it be very clear. Secondly, who is your audience? Let it also be very clear. Where are they located? What's their age range? And what's their interest. For instance, if you are to look at the page you've just looked at, which is the Nairobi Farmers Market, definitely location, they are targeting people who are maybe in Nairobi. Age range could be maybe from 30, people with homes and families, you know, to 50 to 60. What are their interests? These are people who are health conscious. So just it's important that all that is clear to you. Now, the new thing that we're introducing in this is what budget do you want to set aside for this advertisement? Again, to clarify, the adverts will need budget. They are not for free. So having the goal that you have, what budget do you want to spend? And finally, what creatives do you want to choose? Again, like we've seen in the Nairobi Farmers Market, they've used photos, they have used videos, they have used images. So you choose for yourself what creatives you would want to choose. Now, talking about the right objective, like we saw in the other presentation, there are 3 levels of objectives. One is awareness, then consideration, then conversion. Awareness is where you want people to know about your product. Consideration, you've gotten to a point where people know about your product. Now they're asking more information. They're interested. Then conversion is where now people are starting to make purchase. Now, when you're doing an ad, when you're paying money to put an advertisement on Facebook, it's almost useless. You will lose money if you pay an ad and say you have 10 people who like your page. You know why? Because those are the people who will be targeted. Those are the only people who will be targeted to buy your product, you see? So it's advisable before you go straight to want to convert, before you go straight to want to sell your product, first seek to grow awareness of your page. Okay, and you can pay an ad to grow awareness. So I would advise, like, if you have a page and this is the first time you have a page, when you're boosting or paying for an advertisement, let the first objective be to increase your likes. Okay, so you may not get someone purchasing directly, but you're going to get someone, you're going to get people liking your page, knowing more about your product. So under awareness, specifically, your business goal would be to increase people awareness of your business or brands or get page likes. That is what you want to do under awareness. So you notice under awareness, you're not getting people to buy your product, but you're getting more people to like your page, to know about what you do. So what you're going to do, you're going to promote your page. You're not going to want people to buy your product, but you're going to want people to get to learn more about your page. You may also want to show your ad to as many people as possible in your target audience. So for that, after you've built your likes, then you can boost your post. You may also want to reach people near your business. If you have a restaurant, for instance, so for that, you will promote your business locally. So that if you have a business in Homa Bay, in a certain town in Homa Bay, then you promote, the objective you will choose is to promote your business locally. That way, people near your locality will get to know that there's this new restaurant or there's this new shop that we need to go and visit. Okay, under consideration, your goal may be to send people from Facebook to your website, for instance. So if you have an online shop in a website, you may want more people to go there. So the goal you will choose is consideration, and your objective will be to get more website visitors. You may also want to reach people, you may want to reach people who are more likely to engage your posts. So what the objective you're going to choose is you're going to boost your posts. And then you may want people to download your app. That could be your goal. So the objective would be to promote your business app. You may want people to share the videos that you have on Facebook. So the objective that you would choose is you boost post with videos. And then for the call to action, you would choose a watch video. I mean, rather, for the call to action, you would choose the watch video. Finally, there's more on consideration. You may want to collect info from people interested in your product. So the objective there would be to get more leads. And then you may want to communicate with your customers and your clients. So the objective you would choose is to get more messages. That way you get to communicate more people with your with more of your customers. You may want to encourage people to call your business. So again, the objective you would choose is get more calls. You may have an event that you want to generate the attendance of people and their interest. So you would choose to boost your event as the objective. Now, conversion is where we all usually want to go. But as we've said, it is a process before you get there. So, but eventually for conversion, you will want people to buy your product. You'd want people to book an appointment. You'd want people to take a specific action on your site, like a purchase. So now that one, you will choose a specific objective, like get more purchases or get more appointments. But as we've said, before you get to choosing the objectives and a conversion, ensure that you have a considerable number of people who are, or who already know, who are already aware of your business. And one of the ways of knowing how many people are aware is look at the number of likes that you have. If there are not enough likes, start by promoting that. Start by paying an advertisement to increase the number of people who know your likes. So how do you create an ad from your page? So the first thing, you will see the promote icon. That's what you will choose. Once you click on the promote icon, then you'll choose the objective that you want. It could be to promote your page. This is highly recommended, again, to emphasize, if it's a new page that doesn't have so many people, always start from there. If you maybe boost a post and you do not have enough people who like your page, you're going to burn your fingers. You know, you're going to waste your money. So how to promote your page? You'll need some info to fill in some information. How long do you want to promote that page? Duration, it can be 10 days. When do you want it to start, and when do you want it to end? And then again, of importance, what budget do you want to spend per day? So like in this case, it's $2 per day, meaning at the end of the 10 days, it will bill you $20. So also indicate all that information. Then you'll need to put now your advert, your photos, information about it. And then you select your payment methods. Just to confirm that you can see still see my screen. So you'll need to put a payment method. How do you want to pay? Do you want to pay with Visa? If you want to pay with Visa, then you'll need to put in all the information. It's a safe way. It's safe to provide all this information. At least Facebook ensures that that all your information is safe. So you need to put in all that information. So now, talking about how to create awareness for your business page. You can choose to boost your posts. So you can just choose to have your posts of whatever product you're selling, and let people just get to know about it organically. But with time, you'll realize that you're not getting many people either interested or purchasing your product. So you can choose to boost it. That way, more people get to see, more people get to see your product and maybe make purchase. So how do you do it? Again, as you've said, you start from the promote, then you will choose promoting your product or promoting your page, putting all the information that you need to do. Add creative is the photo or the video that you will put as well. And then you'll need to specify the people that you're targeting. What's the age group you indicate? If it's 18 to 65, like indicated, you put it. If it's 20 to 30 years, again, you put it. Where are they? Like you said, if you're in Rwanda, then you'll say, there's no need of saying in Kenya, people living in Kenya, because now they can't even access your products. If you're in Homa Bay, and you want to focus that, unless you'll deliver in Nairobi, there's no point of choosing Nairobi as a location. So it's important to choose the right location. It's important that you choose the right location. Then you put your budget and everything that is required. So how do you control your audience and your budget? As we've said, again, for an advert, for what they're calling Facebook ads, you pay for them. That's why there's a budget. So it's important that you target the right audience. So once you start creating an advertisement, it will let you choose the audience the age, the gender, and the location where they are. I think we've already spoken about all that. And then the next thing it will ask you is for the budget. How much do you want to spend? So be clear about how much you want to spend in total. How many days do you want that to run? Then, so based on that, how much budget will you need to spend per day? Duration is, you also choose how many days do you want this advertisement to run. So it can be 5 days, 10 days, 2 days. So you choose that as well. Who do you want the people to reach? If your product only targets women, then there's no need of choosing men. If it only targets men, there's no need of choosing women. So let's now look at how do you manage and measure your results after you've paid for this advertisement on Facebook. How do you do that? So again, you go to the promote icon, then you will choose a goal. We've spoken about that. Do you want to get more purchases? Do you want to get more people visiting your website? Do you want to promote your page? You know, all that, that's the goal. Now to manage the performance, how people are responding, we had looked at this previously. You will go to the manage icon and then it will break down to you the results, you know, the results of how your product, your advertisement has performed. It's always important to check this so that you will know how do you change next time. You'll notice maybe this time it didn't perform well. What do I need to change next time so that you can do all that. So all this I think we had done in the previous slide. So evaluating your performance, it's important that you do that because there's no sure way. It's usually a way of you testing and seeing what worked best. So evaluate to see what do you need to change. Do you need to change the time that you boost this ad? Do you need to change the picture that you have used? Do you need to change who you have targeted? So evaluate that. Do you need to increase your budget? If you used $10, do you want maybe to increase it to $30? And then you post it for maybe 5 days instead of 3 days. And then also check if you've written everything with the correct grammar and all that. That's just a summary. We've done that. Now, you may want to, after a while, after you've started this ad, you may notice that it's not performing as good as you want it to. And remember, it's using your money. So you may want to pause that ad so that you see whether you will just delete it or you will change it a bit. So there's an option of pausing your ad, and you're going to get that as well. So the key takeaways of this section about ads is page promotions can help you get started with Facebook advertising. So you start by first promoting your page so that more people get to know what you do. More people become aware that this is the business that you have. Then you will choose your ad based on your business goal. What goal exactly do you want to achieve? Again, if you're just starting up, the best goal is awareness. Let people first get to know about your company, your business. But if you're widely known, then the best goal will be conversion, so that people can now start making direct actions on your page. Then use eye-catching creatives, original creatives. That's important. Use like you've seen, you can use videos, you can use photos, all that are form of that is what they call creatives. Then it's important that you target your ad, again, based on gender, depending on who you are targeting, how old they are, where they are, and their interests and all that. So with that, we come to the end. Again, all this information can be gotten from that website. So That information, as we've mentioned, we may not be able to share the presentation, but you can get all that information from the website and the link, and I believe it's going to be shared on the chat section. Remember, if you have any question with regards to what we've spoken so much, put it on the question and answer section, especially on regards to advertisements, because as you've said, for the advertisements, you need to pay. So you need to understand about how to go about paying and what to do exactly. So finally, we come to the last bit, and this is going to be about Instagram. It's going to be about Instagram. So just give me a minute so that I get to that. I hope you can see my slide, which is finding new customers using Instagram. I don't think you can see it. Let me do that again. Okay. So finally, we are going to talk about how to find new customers using Instagram. And then after we are done, we are going to have a look at one Instagram business account to see how they are doing it. And then we are going to come to a close. Before that, let me see if we can have a poll. Okay. So before we start, I'd like to run that poll. I hope you can see it on your end. Let me know if you have ever run any ads on Instagram for your business. If you've run any advertisements on Instagram for your business. And again, remember, advertisement means you have paid. You have made a payment and put your post or put your advertisement and then gotten results. Okay, thanks for your responses. 80% of you have not run ads on Instagram, and 20% say they have, which is pretty good. Okay, so yeah, all right. So let's see about Instagram then. Just a minute. So the first agenda is going to be sharing your unique story on Instagram, then building direct connections with your clients and growing your business using Instagram, and also how to reach more people. So sharing your unique story. It's important to take a minute to review your recent posts on Instagram and see how they are doing, how are people responding to them. Then also check how would you describe your business personality on Instagram. If you notice this video, this is most likely a lady who has a hair salon, and you can just tell their business personality is one of fun and color and, you know, just having fun. The client seems to be happy. The hairstyle seems to be pretty crazy. So that's the personality they're embracing. And what story are you telling in your feed? So creating a value proposition. A value proposition answers the following question: why should the customer buy your offering? There are so many people who are selling the same things. There are so many people who are offering the same thing. There are so many people in horticulture, for instance. There are so many people in who do irrigation systems. There are so many people in dairy farming, poultry farming, mushroom farming. Why should the customer buy your offering? Secondly, now you get to what are you selling in specifics. Thirdly, who is your target customer? Who are you targeting exactly? So the example of how you can come up with a value proposition. So an example of someone who sells ceramics, they'd say they make unique. So the reason you should buy from them is because they are unique and colorful ceramics with pottery classes for beginners. So this is what they do. Their target are people who want to learn how to do pottery, and they are beginners, not people who already know how to do that. Then for a lady, or for people who have like a shop for clothes, and specifically for mothers to be soon to be mothers, they'd say that their goal is to make women feel beautiful with whimsical maternity dresses for soon to be mothers. Again, that's very clear. Then another one could be to provide healthy baked goods with gluten-free pastries for healthy, conscious customers. So again, this explains what exactly do you do. So you don't just say, I sell eggs, or I sell milk, or I sell this and that. No, you say, this is the need that is there. People need healthy food. I provide that. And who are these people exactly? It could be women, it could be soon-to-be mothers, health-conscious customers. So that's what, all that is what is included in a value proposition. As we mentioned, it's important to know what your business personality is. It's also good to know, does your profile match your business personality? And does your profile showcase your products? Once we go through once we check the Instagram page at the end of this presentation, we'll be able to see clearly all that information. And what would you like to get more out of Instagram? So like you mentioned, it's very important to be creative. And how you can go about that is create your content in bulk. What that means is have a schedule, so that if you want, you don't need to be taking photos of your product every day. Choose one day where you're going to take photos, say for about 2 weeks. And then now you can post all that. Then after 2 weeks again, then you can do that. That is what is called a shooting schedule. You remember we spoke about this last week about planning your posts. So depending on the theme, so you can say the theme for Monday is to educate people on the health benefits of my product. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to have fun facts about the products I'm selling. Then on Friday, now is when I'm going to do the actual selling of my product. So just have like a schedule to plan how you're going to be posting your posts. So how do you measure the effectiveness of the content that you're sharing? This Instagram also has the insights page, whereby now it tells you how many people have liked, how many people have inquired and want to buy your product, all that. So that's the process. If you can just follow the icon, then you choose insights. Then from insights, you'll get to see the number of posts or the content that you have done, how many people, how has it performed throughout the whole week. Like in this case, we see Monday it performed the best. So you'll want to ask yourself whether Monday is the best day to post. How the audience that has been with your information, where are they from? You know, which cities, which countries, what's the age range, all that information. You'll find it on the insights. The gender, is it more men or more women, and like that. So how do you connect directly with your community? One, see how other businesses provide support. If you say are in poultry, and that's why we are checking the page of Nairobi Farmers Market, get to learn from them, see how are they doing it, what can I borrow from them, even look at how they are posting and seeing what tips can I borrow for myself, you know, and for my company. So see how other businesses are providing support, how are they responding. You can even send them an inquiry just to see how are they responding, and then, you know, borrow that for your business as well. Like I mentioned last time, it's important that you are courteous and also prompt when it comes to responding to comments. You know, the people who comment on yours, make sure you like them, make sure you comment back. As you notice, someone has commented, then you as your company, you thank them either for coming or for commenting or all that. So always comment to your clients. Provide customer support for customers. In this case, someone had a complaint. They made an inquiry, they got their product, but it was not as they expected. So it's very, very, very important that you handle a case for a client as soon as you can. As you know, like in Kenya now, we have pages that deal with online businesses that either don't keep their word. You know, there are pages like buyer beware. So you may not respond promptly for one reason or the other, then the next minute you find your company is on buyer beware and someone says, do not ever buy eggs from John's poultry farm, or never think of buying mushrooms from Lavin's farm. Why? Because of this and that. And you wonder, oh my goodness. So within a minute, your company's reputation just goes down the drain. Why? Because someone felt that you did not respond quickly to them. It's always important. If it's an issue you can fix, if it's a replacement you can give, make sure you do that. Yeah, as you said, reach out to other businesses and see how they are doing as well. So how do you showcase your products and services, and how do you reach more people with Instagram ads? So you said if you feel like your page has gotten to a point where it's not getting more people either making purchases or interacting, then you may want to consider advertising. We've spoken about advertising on Facebook. Now on Instagram, you can also advertise. So to prepare to advertise is more or less the same. Make sure you have a clear goal. What do you want to achieve with your advertisement? Who are you targeting? Who are the direct people that you're targeting? It's important to know that if you just have a plain or a general audience, just say you're targeting everybody, it may cost you more because that's a really wide target. So if you narrow it to, I'm targeting women who have children, who go to school, for instance, then that is going to yield a better results, you know. Then also know what budget, how much do you want to spend on this advertisement, and what's the period, what's the duration that you want the advertisement to run, and where are you targeting it? Is it here in Nairobi or Mombasa or all that? So again, just I repeat, defining your business goal, they need to be specific, they need to be measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. They need to be smart, so they need to be very, very clear with regards to that. So audience is always very important, that you ask yourself, who are you trying to reach? How does your ideal customer look like? What type of things might they follow on Instagram? And what type of brands might they follow on Instagram? So that you can also check the other brands that your target audience is following, and get to see also what can you learn from them. How can you also sort of make yourself like the other brands so that you continue attracting the audience that you need. Budget and duration, again, it's important. Remember, the budget is usually a daily budget. So if you're planning to spend $20, ensure on the budget bit you don't put $20. Ask yourself, if it's $20 for a duration of 4 days, then it means the daily budget is $5. There's a time I made that mistake and I put $20 and I wanted the $20 to be for a period of 5 days, but on the budget bit, I indicated that $20 instead of $4 or $5. At the end of the day, they ended up deducting $100, because if you do $20 times 5, it comes to $100, and that would be your mistake, not their mistake. So be very keen as you're putting in the budget. That way you don't, wonder what has happened. They have taken so much of my money, yet it's what you keyed in. So put the right daily amount budget, and then indicate how long do you want that. How long do you want that to run? Then with regards to the destination, you can either choose to lead people to your Instagram profile based on the advertisement, or the advertisement could be to lead them to a website. So you have a website where you're selling all the information. The advertisement could be to lead them there, or it could be that they message you directly. Basically, these are almost like call to actions for the advertisement that you create. It's important, again, that you track performance from the insights. So always look at your insights to see how your advertisement is performing. Now, how do you create your first ad? I think when we started, 80% said that they have not created an ad with the Instagram. So you'll go to your profile and then tap the post that you'd like to promote. So you will have, say maybe you have a post that you're selling specifically either the eggs or mushrooms or whatever product, and you've already posted, you've already put up that post. So tap it, the post that you'd like to promote. Then you'll see that below the post image, there'll be an icon for promote. Tap that as well. Select your audience. Like we've said, it's important. Who exactly do you want to target? And then you choose your budget and your duration. So you start by going to your profile, choosing the post that you want to promote or boost. Select your audience, very important, and then you choose your budget and your duration. Then you create promotion. When you create promotion, now it's promoted and it's going to reach a wider audience. So as we come to an end, we'll talk about verification badge. Remember James Courier had asked about this last time. How do you get a verification badge from Facebook to be either on your Instagram page or your Facebook page? A verification badge gives your page more credibility because it's almost like a stamp of approval from Facebook. So people will know that they can trust you more. So to request for a verified badge, you go to your profile and tap settings. So you'll see settings, then you go to account, then you request. It's a request that you have to make from Facebook. Then it will ask you for information, your full names, and provide all the information that is required in form of identification. Now, for us in Kenya, you may realize that for some it will not be possible. They're still working on giving like approvals for all countries. So I'm not sure if they're giving verification badges here in Kenya. That's the challenge, but I know we are getting there. So once we get there, that's the procedure. And with that, we come to the end of making advertisements on Instagram. And the key takeaways are tell your unique business story. Then how to connect with your customers directly. Then how to grow without spending, and then also how to grow with spending, and then expanding your reach with ads. This is where now you get to spend. That information, you can get it from facebook.com/blueprint. With that, we come to the end of our training session. I just want to share the Instagram page for the same business that we saw on Facebook, which is Nairobi Farmers Market. As we can see from the photo, again, they had the logo on it. And then they give information about where they are located and what exactly they do. and what is their value proposition. And their value proposition is food quality and prices like you've never known. Then, as you see, they're pretty consistent in their posts. Their posts are very, very attractive, just posting everything that they have on offer. And you can see it's mainly vegetables and vegetable products. So I would advise also for you to check them out, follow, and get to see what are some of the tips that you can learn from them. Yeah, so with that, we come to the end of this training session, just a bit 8 minutes past the time we had planned to finish. But I want to thank you so much for your patience and for being with us, for those who stayed through the end, and reminding you again that there's an evaluation form that is on the chat box, the link. Kindly request that you fill it, leave us your information with regards to the training. So for now, I'd like to ask Goretti if you can hear me. Yeah, you can. Thanks, Goretti, for the great work that you're doing. So just a vote of thanks, or if you want to choose someone like you did last time, but you can give the vote of thanks.
I think I'll choose someone from
sure.
from the people who have been left.
Yes.
Maybe a checker can give us a vote of thanks. Lavin, can you hear us? She's on mute. Okay, Jessie can give us a vote of thanks.
Jessie.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, let me start by saying that we are really, really grateful. And can I surprise you? I have a team of young people who are listening together.
Ah, nice.
I decided to project this so that all of us, I have a team of more than 10 people. Mm-hmm. So this is very, very important. And I must say we are really grateful, and we are challenging one another. This is going to make a big impact, like immediate impact, because we are willing to go and start making those changes that in small mistakes that we have always been making. And I think also we have been doing a lot of assumption in regard to what we have just been learning. And we are really, really looking forward to create an impact and bring the change, especially to the young people, so that we can really enjoy doing our business, especially using the online presence. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful on behalf of everyone who has joined us. And I want to believe that you will still organize more of this kind of engagement training so that we can continue learning. We want next time also to see us also succeeding in showing others also what we are doing. And thank you for using the samples, the experience for other people. So it has been a very, very good challenge to the rest of us. We are ready, and we are willing to take the challenge to the next level. And thank you so much also for Goretti. You are amazing. Last time I said we are willing to give you a woman rep. I hope you are ready for that chance. So thank you so much, guys, and may God bless you. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Jessie. I think thank you so much, Wild and Facebook, and who have I forgotten? And the youth for attending the training. I am sure it's very insightful. I have not developed a Facebook page yet. Now I'm going to do that for my business. So yeah, so thank you so much for the insight, and I'm sure many other people are going to benefit from this. The recording, we will leave the recording so that you can share it also on the WhatsApp page, because the people really appreciate, because some of them cannot join because of maybe of bundles or network issues, so they can just look at it at their own time and their pace. So thank you so much. And I think on behalf of the Eastern Africa Farmers Federation, we are really trying to put agribusiness into the digital space. And we know that we are the ones who are feeding the country, our countries, wherever we are. So it is very encouraging to see young people actually participating actively in such spaces. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Goretti, as well. And for the good work of just mobilizing the youth. Keep doing that. We hope to meet and do more of this with you. So I'll hand it over to Cynthia to give also a vote of thanks on behalf of WILD, and then we shall call it an afternoon.
Thank you, Doris. Hi, everyone. My name is Cynthia. I want to say a big thank you to Eastern African Farmers Federation. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to partner with the organization. This session has been amazing, and hoping we can continue to do more sessions and also target other regions. I don't know how we're going to go about it, but if we can get a translator, at least it will be good, especially for the French-speaking countries. Thank you so much. And you've challenged me, as an aspiring farmer, Goretti. Yes, yeah, thank you so much. Looking forward how we can be able to work together in future and also offer more trainings for the youth and help them grow their businesses. And to the participants, thank you so much. Santi Sana, thank you, Jesse. Thank you for projecting and allowing your other youth to be able to enjoy this amazing session. And tell your friends, and you'll be able to watch this space and hoping to hear success stories from your team. Yes, and I know you're going to be able to implement. And Asante Sana, Doris, for the amazing session. We appreciate. Thank you. Over to you, Doris.
Thank you, Cynthia, and thank you, everybody else. We've come to an end. Just a quick reminder that we have a Facebook Live session every Friday, 10 a.m. to 10:30, to answer any other questions that people that you may not have managed to ask during the training session. So feel free to join us for those. And yeah, just finally to fill in the evaluation form, maybe Goretti, for those who had to leave, you can get the link and also share with them so that you get to hear their feedback. But otherwise, it's been a pleasure. It's been great. It's been fun doing this. I've enjoyed. This team is wonderful, and I look forward to meeting you again. So with that, once we fill the evaluation form, you may feel free to leave at your own pleasure. Thank you so much.